Yeah?
What made you decide to write the book now?
Well, it's an interesting story, writing the book. I wrote a different book. I wrote a book that was like this, with good advice, and it was interspersed with interesting experiences, that anecdotes and so forth. And my book agent loved the anecdotes, and he tried to sell the book about 2 years ago. I mean, it wasn't completely written. You know, you write part of a book and try to sell it. And he just loved the anecdotes, and he said, this is going to be such a sensation. And it was like 2010, 11. And the people in these publishing houses couldn't get their mind around what kind of a book it was. Is it a business book, or is it a memoir book, or is it this, or is that? And it was a little disappointing to me, to say the least. And then he said, oh, we'll pull it apart. I said, what do you mean pull it apart? He said, we'll make it 2 books. It's like Siamese twins, you know, how do you do that? So that took me sort of another year, because obviously you're not doing this full time, you're doing it in between everything else. So we pulled the book into 2 pieces. And then this book, as it is, which is a lot of pragmatic advice, had a clear voice. And I thought, I did it for a couple of reasons, because I think it's nice to think that the people that follow me in this business can shortcut their careers and not make some of the same mistakes I made. And, you know, really, I think you can probably shortcut your career by 10 years. And I wanted to share that. I mean, why not share it? And people have said to me, well, don't you think you don't want people to get all your secrets? I say, well, it's not really a secret. I mean, anything you do, I mean, your clients know what you did. You know, they talk about it. It's not like this is the FBI or something, that everything's under wraps. So I thought, what harm is there to doing that? And the very interesting thing in promoting this book in various venues on both coasts, people have come and wanted to buy 25 books. And I said, oh, that's great. You know, you have to buy them then from the store or the internet. But do you have a real estate firm here? And they said, no. One guy said, I have a cosmetics firm. But my people do, you know, it's kind of like the Avon ladies sort of thing. And he said, the advice in this book, I read it online, and the advice in this book applies to anybody in sales. And I thought, gee, I didn't write it for that reason, and it didn't occur to me that that would be the case. But it really does. When I look it over sometimes and I think, yeah, the advice here applies whether you're selling shoes or you're selling bicycles or you're selling real estate. There are principles in there in how you deal effectively with people and deal with planning your own life that are very good, because commission sales, it's very different than any other kind of job. You know, you have to keep your spirits up, you have to keep your finances together. There are just a lot of things that you have to coordinate and multitask with. And I think that I was surprised to find out that it had that resilience with people who had nothing whatsoever to do with real estate. So, you know, there are some life lessons there, and I'm happy to share my experiences with people. I think we all grow, and most importantly, our reputation as professionals grows if we know what we're doing. And we all know that, you know, across the board, sort of people in the real estate business have the reputation slightly below a used car salesperson. And, you know, I mean, it's not a highly elevated opinion that people have generally of real estate brokers. And they think we're overpaid. And I have a whole chapter on how to keep your commission structure together. But I mean, you have to present yourself in a very professional way, and I thought if I can write a book and help people do that, it will elevate the entire profession, and people will think more highly of you, of me, and of the industry. And so that was why I wrote the book. And because I wanted to do something that was fun and didn't have to deal with opening closet doors. You know?